coming round the bend, changing everything. The leaves will turn from green to gold to gray as summer blows away. But I hear a voice blowing in the wind, whispering, I'll be home again to save you from this hell. I promise you I will, before the first shade of winter. Everything I'd say, and I still feel you echo in my dreams. It's cruel how real it seems, but I hear a voice blowing in the wind, whispering, I'll be home again. From this hell, I promise you I will, before the first shade of winter. Leaves falling down, you cannot be found. For the first shade of winter.
Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, we are joined by Laura Davidson, Marketing Manager for TC Group USA.
That's me.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here. It's great to see you.
You too.
You were doing a demo for the sales engineers this morning.
I did.
Singing and playing bright and early.
Yes.
Get your vocal cords warmed up.
Yes. Always a challenge, a fun challenge.
Right, right. And you're here introducing the new VoiceLive 3, which we want to spend some time talking about. And that's actually what we were playing through during the song there in the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing box. We want to talk about that. But tell me, how did you end up as a marketing manager at TC?
Well, I started off as the product specialist for TC-Helicon. Mm-hmm. So NAMM a million years ago, they asked me to demonstrate the VoiceLive, the original VoiceLive. Mm-hmm. They just wanted a different take. And so I came in and did that and ended up getting hired as the product specialist full time. Did that for, I think, 3-4 years. And then got promoted to the marketing manager for TC Group Americas. So it's been a really exciting few years with the company, definitely.
Right. And anybody who's been to the NAMM show has seen you do those demos of the vocal processors and things.
Maybe.
They're outstanding.
It's been a long time since I've done the demos, but it's fun to wear a different hat and still be involved with the products.
Right. So tell us, for those who aren't familiar, what is TC-Helicon? Where did it come from? And what is a VoiceLive?
Well, TC-Helicon is up in Victoria, British Columbia. Mm-hmm. It's about 11 guys who dedicate their lives to making products for singers. So we started in about 2000 with the company, mm-hmm. And it's just grown from there. Started off making VoiceLive as one of the flagship processors. There were a few more before it. But the idea behind the whole VoiceLive concept is giving the control to the singer and treating the voice as an instrument, which it truly is. So putting effects control in the hands of the singers, or the feet, as it turns out, in singers, giving them harmonies. That's what really put us on the map, is very human-sounding harmonies created from one voice. So you just plug a microphone in and generate all these angelic sounding harmonies, and now through the subsequent generations, VoiceLive 3 is just that and so much more.
Right. Looping,
guitar effects, which we'll talk about in this segment, which is really exciting, and just improved harmonies, improved doubling, just sounding even more real.
Right, and as you mentioned, that is the reason we're actually doing this on a Guitars and Gear video, is there's a big guitar section in this that brings all those great TC effects into the same platform. Yeah,
because we're fortunate to be a sister company with TC Electronic. TC Electronic's based in Denmark, and they've been creating guitar effects since 1976. So that's really how we got on the map with them. So to be able to use that technology and share it and bring in the TC Electronic pedal range into this actual box is insane, because it's not just simulations of the pedals. It's real algorithms based into this box.
It's the actual pedals basically inside there. Right,
that you can control and tweak and really enhance your performance with.
Right. So let's take a look at some of the sounds that this can create for electric guitar. There's actually 3 engines in the VoiceLive 3, right?
Yeah, 3 dedicated processors, which no one's ever done. I mean, you've had kind of a big overall processor that had to share the different effects blocks, but this has a vocal effects processor, a guitar effects processor, and a looper processor. So it's really powerful and lets you have a lot more flow and creativity, so that you're not sacrificing processing capabilities.
Right. Well, as demonstrated during the intro.
Right.
Because basically what was going on there was all the guitar effects and the amp simulation and everything were coming from the VoiceLive. All the vocal effects were coming from the VoiceLive.
Right.
And the harmonies on your voice were also coming from the VoiceLive. And then we had a backing track with the piano and percussion and bass. Correct?
Yeah, so I was using my phone as my backing track, basically, just straight into the aux input, and then we have the microphone plugged in, your guitar plugged directly in, and then we're just going straight out of the XLR outs. So everything that you're hearing is coming directly from the VoiceLive 3. You can now separate the guitar output, which is really exciting. So if you want to have your own amp that you want to use, or just have control over the guitar output, there's a stereo out for the guitar.
Okay, so
separate completely from
vocals. You can do that completely separate. Nice, nice. Let's dial up a few sounds.
Sure.
So what we were using during the intro was a basic, what's called a warm amp simulation.
Warm amp, and we had some delay and reverb on there.
So you've got foot switches so you can turn the individual effects on and off. So let's switch off the delay and the reverb. We've got our clean amplifier. Then you can bring in the reverb, bring in the delay, and as we did during the song, you stepped on the drive pedal for
that solo section.
Right. All right, very nice. There's also a compressor.
Yep.
And then
and some chorus that we can add. I think we had on there.
The Corona chorus, right?
Yep. Yeah, so that's everything. That's really making a really lush sound. And the thing that's great is that the VoiceLive 3 comes with presets. There's 200 in the box, and you can store up to 500 presets. But they're made as a jumping off point. So, we sat down and quickly called up effects that we wanted in like 5-10 minutes, and dialed in the tones that we wanted. And what I like about it is that you always know which effects processor block you're working with, because the LEDs are different colors. So red for guitar, blue for vocal, and pink for looper. So right now we're editing the guitar, so it's red, but you can also remap all those buttons as well. So if you wanted to use it on a song and have the top 3 buttons, let's say, be your guitar effects, and the bottom 3 buttons be your vocal, then they would be red on the top and blue on the bottom, so you know exactly what you were controlling, even though you were working with 2 of the engines.
Nice. Nice. What I was very impressed with too is yesterday before we did the meeting this morning, and as we were setting up for this, is how fast you can get in there and make changes. Because sometimes with processors, you got to dig through a bunch of menus and things. Can you show us how you access some of the parameters? And let's step through a few of the different amp simulations, for example.
Sure, absolutely. All right, so this is the clean Brit amplifier that we're going to start with. do a Cali clean. Try that one. All right, and get it some dirtier sounds here. Let's do, yeah, chicken picker. I like this one. Get a little bit thicker there, get some overdrive going. AC crunch. That's the chunky Brit. And let's get into some of the combos. 412 crunch. Nice. And swamp tone. We got to try the swamp tone. All right. Cool. That's just an idea of some of the amps.
Now let's listen to some of the effects that we have available in the VoiceLive 3. Let's start with the chorus, and this is basically the chorus from the Corona pedal. So there's a variety of choruses in there, and then we also have a delay, and there's a 2290 delay in this.
Yeah. So do that.
Nice. So several different delay types. We have reverbs, basically the Hall of Fame reverb.
Yep.
There's
Several.
There's a compressor built in.
Yep.
And there's also a drive section. So one of the really cool things about the VoiceLive 3 is it also has this hit switch on it. And the hit switch basically gives you a second preset within the first preset. So for example here, our basic preset has the overdrive on, and it gives us just a dry overdrive sound. But now when you step on the hit switch, it brings in the delay and the reverb simultaneously. So if we wanted to bring that in for a lead, we could have a preset that would have basically a rhythm patch and a lead patch within that same preset with just one button switch. So this really is a full-on guitar processor with amp and everything. We're running straight into the cameras, so right out with that. But the whole VoiceLive system approach came really from the singer-songwriter world as well.
Right.
It'll actually follow what you play on the guitar and do harmonies to match with that. Can you give us a demonstration of how that works?
Absolutely. Okay, so the way this works is that with VoiceLive 3, you can actually control the harmonies a number of different ways. The example we showed at the beginning was following my backing tracks, which is really cool because you don't have to play an instrument at all to start using the harmonies. But a technology we introduced a few years back is the ability to recognize guitar chords. So acoustic, electric, doesn't matter. Whatever you're playing, it tracks and finds it and just knows the key and scale so that when you click in your harmonies, they're in perfect harmony. So I'll show you what it sounds like.
Today I found your letter between an old stack of books, and instantly I knew your writing without a second look.
So it's really easy to just dial them in and out whenever you want and keep
Right.
it really natural, like you have actual background singers there.
So you're just bypassing the harmony by stepping on the pedal?
Just turn them on and off, and they're going to be there for you.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, yeah. So you can do it that way, and also use MIDI to control it if you want to go back a few more generations. But I like doing that because I can actually play what the harmonies sing, and we've also added a vocoder to the box so that I can play my voice like an instrument. I'll show you that too. Something unique, you know, to get out of that kind of singer-songwriter vibe and really push the envelope and do some more electronic sounding robotic stuff.
Right. Right. So this really is great for singer-songwriters, but now that you've got all the electric guitar stuff in, it really brings it more into a band context.
Absolutely, especially cover bands. You know, I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole us by any stretch, but you know, if you are out there playing in a cover band situation, you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on your guitar rig, effects rig, vocals. You know, this is everything in one box. And it's all preset driven too. So there's also a really cool feature called genre, where you can dial up songs that are presets that are really suggestively named so that you can get a starting point. So if you're doing rock and you can find a kind of AC/DC themed preset to start from for your guitar and your voice, saves you time when you're prepping for the gig.
Sure.
So yeah, if you're out there making money singing and playing guitar, this is fantastic. So it's not just for singer-songwriters.
Oh no, I can see where going out with a three-piece band, and you want
Absolutely.
to have all those backing vocals and things, or even with a larger band than that, have it driven from your guitar, have it driven from a keyboard, you know, whatever you're doing, you can work this in.
Even one-man bands, because the looper in this thing is a beast as
Yeah.
well. You know, it's a multi-track looper. You can have 3 loops, 2 of which play simultaneously. And you can store 5 hours of loops in the box, so get them ready at home and then bring it out and have just live backing tracks or create them on the fly. So it gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility to make your own sounds and be a self-contained unit and self-contained band.
Right. That's incredible. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Laura, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having
We
me.
appreciate you showing us the VoiceLive 3. We're really excited about this. It really does incredible things.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. You too.
I hope you've enjoyed this installment of Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more guitars, more amps, more effects, and we'll be making lots of music. I'm Mitch Gallagher.